The Boston Celtics are currently in the middle of the fourth year of the Brad Stevens era, and it should come as no surprise that they've improved significantly year over year. They're on pace to win 50 games for the first time since Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce roamed the court, and they're in prime position both with assets and draft picks. If there's anything holding them back from being a title contender, it's their defense. On paper, having the ability to play defensive-minded players like Jay Crowder, Avery Bradley, and Marcus Smart together would not be cause for defensive concern. However, as a three-man lineup, their defensive rating is 106.9, a full point and a half above their overall average. But basketball is a 5-on-5 game, so we need to look at where the lineups stand to figure out what exactly is holding them back. At the top of the list is the starting five. While the net rating is very healthy, the defense isn't as stout as I'm sure Coach Stevens would like. And one of the main reasons is playing Horford and Johnson together. While Horford made it clear he didn't want to play center when he got to Boston, he's also made it clear to me that defending anything on the perimeter is a bit of a problem. With Amir Johnson alongside him, he had to guard Kevin Love, and he just doesn't have the foot speed to contain and contest on the pick and pop. I'm not even sure his younger self could handle closing out to shooters, but there's plenty of evidence that even when he's in decent defensive position, he can't affect the shot. With Amir Johnson guarding Whiteside, he's forced to defend the other team's small ball four, and Justice Winslow is able to get right by him for an open pull-up. And with the way Marc Gasol has altered his game, when they let him guard the Spaniard, he just popped to the three-point line, knowing it's too much space for Horford to cover. Time and again, he proved too slow a foot to get out there to offer enough resistance to affect the outside shot. Another issue that's not uncommon to many big men is having to switch off and affect the guard's drive. Here, Shelvin Mack is able to get right to the hoop. This is great effort on his part. He just struggles to protect the rim when it's a drive. Teams are also getting Horford and Thomas involved in a lot of pick and rolls, knowing that Isaiah is easily screened and Horford won't be able to recover fast enough. I will acknowledge he's getting 2 blocks a game, and many of them are on terrific hustle plays, but he's 30th in the league among regular centers at field goal percentage around the rim, and too many times he tries to elevate to affect the shot, can't block out, nor can he keep the ball from going in the basket. Isaiah Thomas is another piece of this puzzle, and of course, his diminutive size penalizes him even though he's giving good effort to contest. On many outside shots, you can see him leave his feet, get his hand up, but there's just not enough length there to affect these jumpers. And it's another reason why the starting five isn't doing better defensively. So what is the key to improving the Celtics? One need only scroll down a few rows to see that replacing Amir Johnson with Kelly Olynyk does wonders for both sides of the ball. Now we can see Olynyk use his speed to get in good position to contain the pick and roll. Bradley quickly covers up the cutter through the lane, and when Utah tries to attack the mismatch, Horford, playing center, can easily rotate over to help, and now you've got quickness to sprint out and pressure the shot. And watch how both Olynyk and Horford do a great job to contain this pick and roll, and on the attack in the paint, watch how Olynyk steps up at the perfect time and gets the block. By letting Horford play center a bit, Olynyk is able to contain and it allows Horford to play around the rim more where he gets this deflection. When Olynyk is in there, he can guard the stretch fours out by the perimeter and allow Horford to stay near the paint and bang with the big men. And if you just watch Kelly, you'll see a teammate whose head is always on a swivel, always looking to help out and contest a shot. This is great effort and awareness even if it did go in. And if you're still not convinced, here's another example of Olynyk containing the ball handler, sprinting back to get back to the roll man, then boxing out and getting the rebound. Great stuff. Without Amir Johnson in there, they're faster across 4 positions and allows them to fly around the court and wreak havoc with the offense, closing out and contesting shots that normally would be open. Here's an example of Olynyk saving 2 layups. One with the deflection of the pass, and then by rotating over just enough to take away the pass and cover for his teammate. While this becomes a score, in the long run, little things like this will improve the defense. Olynyk isn't an elite shooter, but he does command a bit of respect when he spaces to the three-point line. If the other team puts a power forward on Horford, they can get some nice high-low action utilizing Olynyk's good passing skills. Again, you can see how Favors is reluctant to leave Olynyk on the weak side, and it allows Horford to go to work against Lyles for the nice turnaround jump hook. There's enough spacing with Olynyk in there, plus the Celtics offense has plenty of good action and movement, that there just isn't a lot of weak side help to be offered, and Horford can take advantage. Notice how Olynyk's gravity to the corner keeps Porzingis out of the paint just long enough that Horford can shot fake to blow by Noah and throw this down before the defense could get there. And because of Horford's outside shooting, they can now space all 5 guys behind the three-point line and provide lots of space for Isaiah to get into the lane on a drive, then create the open shot out top for Horford. Stevens must love being able to space like this with Olynyk out there, since both bigs can pop out to the 3 or roll hard to the rim. It makes it very difficult for the defense to contain everything. This time it's Olynyk who dives to the rim on the ball screen. Horford is a real threat from the corners, and while Olynyk has struggled from the post, he definitely has some ability down there to create shots for himself. Heck, they can bring both bigs out to the three-point line when Smart is the point guard, and it allows them to get a good post-up on outmatched guards. If teams have attacked the Celtics with Isaiah and Horford on the defensive end, well, Boston can hit them right back. As Olynyk back screens for the cutting Crowder, Isaiah has his choice of passes and finds Horford all alone to nail the top of the key 3. Stevens is able to utilize a lot of false action, like this pick and roll to start, which is just a prelude to pistol action, and notice how Horford's man is stuck to him on the perimeter, and it opens up the layup for Olynyk. Another benefit that Amir Johnson doesn't bring to the table is ball handling. Olynyk can bring the ball up the court after a rebound, enabling his teammates to run to an open spot for easy shots in transition. And they can rely on Olynyk to make the right decision in the short roll. Here, he sucks in the defense with a dribble before finding Horford for a game winner in the corner the other night. So there you have it, sports fans. I believe the pairing of Olynyk and Horford can solve some of the defensive issues while keeping the Celtics at an elite level on offense. Currently, Olynyk is playing 20 minutes a game, and I believe this needs to go up so they can utilize him as a stretch 5 and ease the burden of Horford playing perimeter defense so much. Brad Stevens has already begun sculpting his lineups, almost eliminating minutes for Zeller and Rozier, and I have no doubt as the season goes forward, he'll lock in on the best lineups and we'll see the Celtics become a real threat to make it to the conference finals.